Hey guys, welcome to Silicon Valley Girl, and today we're gonna talk about starting on your own, starting a company, starting a YouTube channel. I know it's hard, I know you're scared, but today I'm gonna tell you how. So if you're interested, please continue watching this video. The biggest thing that you need to fight when you're going to start is your fear. When I was 21, I was approached by my classmate who told me, Marina, let's start a company. And I was 21 years old, no experience, maybe like a couple of weeks in some small companies, but I've never started anything on my own, though it was definitely a dream. So my advice number one to fighting this fear is starting as a side job. So for example, you're working from 9 to 6, you have the evening to dedicate to either starting a vlog, starting a new company. Because when we started the company, I was working during the breaks between the lectures in the university. And the funniest thing was when I took my phone and when the clients called, I ran out of the class and started talking and pretended that I was in the office because we solved study abroad trips, which are really expensive, and parents bought them for their kids and students bought them for themselves, and they were like really afraid that they had to trust us. That was really funny. But I knew that I'm still getting education and I have a plan B. And actually plan B is my number 2 advice. I think in my life I've always had a plan B. And my plan B was actually graduating from the university and getting a real job, what they call it, like a bank. I don't say it's not a real job, but it's not the only real job. The YouTube is real job. I know people who earn $50,000 on YouTube. I earn good side income from YouTube, so don't just use those cliches. And you might be wondering where we are right now. We're in a bubble. We're in Silicon Valley bubble. It's located in Saratoga and we're overlooking the whole Silicon Valley. And that's because I met a subscriber through my DMs on Instagram, and she reached out and they have this amazing Airbnb. I'm so excited. We're gonna be staying here tonight. I'm gonna show it to you as well. You know what's super important? It's important to listen to yourself, because there are so many clever people around you who definitely know that you have to go and get that job, that you have to do this in your life, and that you have to settle, or that you have to find what you need to do by the age of 30 because they told you so. But you know what? When you follow their advice and you're gonna have problems, those people would not share your problems. They're really good at giving advice, but you're kind of on your own with the problems, so I would really advise you to figure out what exactly you want to do, to take into account their interests, and you have to deal with hundreds of problems every day, but if you love it, you're gonna make it. For me, I think I'm really lucky because I figured out what I wanted to do early in my life. Because I was so passionate about languages, I just wanted to grab everyone and shake them and tell them, hey, why don't you learn languages? Why don't you travel to learn languages? If you haven't figured it out yet, there's a video that I've recorded, and it's about 3 questions that you have to ask yourself in order to figure out. But you also have to try to do a lot of things. Travel, try to work for free, try to work for little cash, but figure out what is that thing. And this is really important. What is that thing that you are able to do for free for at least a year? Because any business, anything that you start is very likely to fail within the first 365 days just because you're not passionate enough. I recently had a consultation with a guy who wanted to start a company. I don't remember his idea exactly, but it was something like a Facebook with a better design. And my advice to him, and he was like, Marina, help me find investors. And I'm like, come on. For building something that would compete with Facebook, you need millions of dollars. But if you want to just start on your own, you have to exercise on what you're really strong at. For example, when I started a company, we didn't have a website, we didn't have an LLC, But what I had is amazing passion for study abroad, a lot of knowledge about how to do that, and I was willing to help people. And what we were doing, we were just talking to our friends and telling them, we're about to start this company, we're gonna help people study abroad, this is our plan. And one of our friends was like, oh, I was thinking of going to London to study English, maybe you guys could help me. We were like, of course. And the next day, we were in the lawyer's office registering the company. The day after that, we were in a bank, starting a bank account. And this is what you have to do, you have to act. Because being an entrepreneur means having something different from other people. Maybe it's a skill, maybe you're a good salesperson, maybe you can motivate people to do something for free and create something amazing. So this is the real entrepreneurship, making money without really like building a platform, investing in something, just building this initial capital. And the only way to achieve this is work hard, not expecting like somebody to give you money tomorrow and not expecting somebody to help you. You know what I did when I started a YouTube channel? I didn't complain about not having a cameraman or an editor or having a camera at all, because I shot my first video with an iPhone. It was like back 2 years ago, my Russian channel. I put my phone on my window to get better lighting. I edited everything in iMovie, and I never thought of like paying somebody, because my only desire was to start speaking my heart out and bringing that information to people. And this is what you have to do. You have to start acting, start working, and start with small steps. Not expect somebody to invest in you straight away, but just bring out your value and show your value to the world. Let's go to Whole Foods. We were walking around and we came to the place where everything started for Linguatrip. We're in Monmouth. Behind me, you don't see it, I'm sorry. It's a building where 500 Startups program took place and where we started in America, where we got first $100,000 of investment. And if you guys want to hear that story, please write a comment down below. This will be the topic for my next video if you're interested. If you're not, we'll find something else. Another very important advice. When we came here to 500 Startups, everybody was like, build an international company. Like everybody was trying to win international markets straight away. But this is not how it works. If we think about Facebook, it started in Harvard. So Mark Zuckerberg, he won the local market first. He tested how his model works. He tested his playbook. And then he started scaling into different markets, and different markets meant different universities. For us, we had the same problem. We started with Russia, and we're like, how do we scale that to other countries? We were trying to scale from day one, which was actually wrong. We had a meeting with Max Levchin, who was co-founder of PayPal, and this is the benefit of Silicon Valley. You can meet with awesome people. He told us, win your market first, dominate it, and then copy the playbook that you have. And this is exactly what worked for us. So my task to you, if you want to do it, if you want to build an international corporation, you'll do that. But first, start winning a local market and start figuring out your processes, how everything should work. We're going to sleep. You won't be able to see me because it's that dark. In our cabin, I just had my evening routine outside in the fresh air. So beautiful. Good night, Silicon Valley. More food. Yay. The host. Alright guys, it's time to head back home. I haven't slept a lot. I think I woke up at like 7 a.m. because the sun was so bright and we started to heat up in the dome where we were. But I really love taking shower outside and like enjoying the nature in the morning. I hope this video was useful for you. I'm waiting for your comments. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please click subscribe. If you haven't seen my previous video, it's gonna be here. And if you want to see a video about 3 questions that you have to ask yourself in order to figure out what you have to do in life, it's gonna be here. So click, watch, and I'll see you soon. Bye.